The opinions expressed in the following are solely those of the speaker and is not suitable for medical advice, diagnosis, or care.
Hey guys, welcome to CPAP Choice. I'm Pappy. Of course, that's an alias. And this is our introductory and our welcome video to CPAP Choice to tell you what we're all about. I've been going like a madman putting content up there, and I had filmed a welcome video before, but hey, to be frank, it was long. Hey, we're trying to keep it short now. Our first review video was the Fisher & Paykel FlexFit 407. Oh man, I'll tell you what, that thing is about 45 minutes to an hour long. So we're going to try and keep it short today. So we're coming at you from one of the Rocky Mountain states. You're going to hear me mention that a couple of times. And the other place we're coming from is, hey, this is my bedroom. And this is the place where CPAP happens in your life. This is the place that CPAP happens in my life. And I'm not going to, to shy away from showing you stuff like this. I could move this downstairs. We could be looking at a background of a nice big fish tank right now. Yeah, you know what? It isn't real. And here at CPAP Choice, we're all about keeping it real because, if we go off with some pie in the sky stuff that nobody has an interest in, it's not practical, it's going to help nobody. Now, let me tell you why I started CPAP Choice. Like I said, if you watch, there's a video out there on the YouTube page. It's called My Journey into Rest, CPAP Choice, RA and Me. Now, it's about my personal story. And if you read that, you'll understand a little bit why I have a passion for CPAP, a passion for this therapy. Hey, I think that right now the YouTube community is underserved with what's out there about CPAP. There's a lot of good educational stuff there. A lot of institutes and places are putting out some great explanations about what sleep apnea is. Here at CPAP Choice, we're going to be about a few things. Now, let me read you our mission statement. Now, our mission statement is to be your independent choice for CPAP reviews, opinions, encouragement, and a place to connect with others with sleep apnea. Now, what kind of sleep apnea? Hey, it doesn't matter. Come and be part of us. The reason why I say independent is this. The retailers and the manufacturers online, they can't do the things that I want to do here at CPAP Choice. You won't find a retailer that will do a video and it's going to talk about a product that they carry from a manufacturer that they represent, and they aren't going to run that video. They aren't going to run that mask down. They aren't going to run that equipment down. I'm not going to run it down either. In terms of doing a bad review on something. If I do something that's a review, hey, pretty much it's going to be upbeat. I'm just trying to show you the features that this thing has. For CPAP masks, for instance, there isn't going to be one CPAP mask that's going to fit everybody out there. There's as many opinions about any CPAP mask as there are people with faces, and that's a real fact. There's very few that will fit everybody. If you can find one that fits 90% and meets 90% of your needs, hey, that's a great mask for you. But I can't tell you which mask is right for you. And the retailers and the manufacturers, they can't get on here, and they won't get on here and tell you what the particular features of their mask are that maybe, weren't so good. But we're going to do that. We're going to keep it real. We're going to show you what really works here. We're going to give you honest reviews, and I'm not going to review anything for you that I haven't spent at least 7 nights with. That seems to be the breaking point for me, where it takes me that long to discover all the ins and outs of the mask, how to adjust it, what parts work, what parts don't work, what's a really good innovation, what I was disappointed in. But I'm not going to run them down in terms of making the mask look bad or say, hey, this is the worst product that's ever been out. But I'm not going to gloss over those things either. I'll point out the great features to you, the things that make that mask unique, things that you're going to like, things that you're going to dislike, and things that a lot of other people have commented on that, that hey, this mask, it doesn't work so well for these reasons. We're going to be honest about that. We're also going to show you the new technologies that come out. I just reviewed 2 masks, the ResMed Mirage Activa LT and the Respironics Easy Life. and two outstanding masks, both with a new piece of technology in them. I wish I could tell you which names they were. I'll mix them all up, so I'm not even going to butcher them for you. But there's a review on that. It's a tech review. Go out and see that one. So now I got to cover some things here, and these are things that CPAP Choice is not about, and things that we are not going to do. The first is watch the disclaimer. It was at the front of this video. It would be at the front of almost every video that we do. Hey, this format and everything, CPAP Choice is not about giving you medical advice. We can't do that. It's not about diagnosing you with sleep apnea, and it isn't. It's no substitute for having a good sleep doctor that's affiliated with a good sleep lab where you're getting quality medical care. I can't replace a respiratory therapist in my opinions about these things. That's a specific area. I can't replace the sleep technicians that scored and watched your polysomnogram, your sleep test. But hey, what we can do, we will do. Now here's the other thing I'm not gonna do. There's gonna be no information here about self-treatment. Now self-treatment, is where you're adjusting your machine pressure, where you diagnose yourself, you pick what mask is right for you, you go out and you find a machine that you can get without a prescription. There's places out there, we'll talk about it, I'll disclaimer them like crazy. Okay, but we aren't about self-treatment. I'm also not going to tell you, if you're looking through my videos to find some way to adjust the pressure on your own machine, I'm not going to tell you how to do that. Now I've got to do that to do some of the reviews. Hey, how does this thing work at higher pressure? I'm not spending the night with it at higher pressure. But I'll give it 5 minutes to see how it works. So hey, that's what CPAP Choice isn't going to tell you. Now, why again am I doing this? Well, CPAP therapy is a very, very difficult therapy. It is the first line, the front line therapy, the most effective therapy for treating sleep apnea. Here's the real truth of the matter. I was talking with a sleep tech. He said that on a second study night, when they were doing CPAP titrations, when they were fitting people and trying to find a CPAP mask that would work for them, these were people that were diagnosed with sleep apnea, and they were coming back for their second study night. And 25% of those people, when they sat down and they watched the introductory video that they showed them, they looked at the CPAP therapy. 25% of them got up, turned around, and walked out. That's alarming. Now here I've got some numbers from the American Sleep Apnea Association. Their estimates were that between 40 and 50% of people who were on sleep apnea, who were prescribed CPAP, are non-compliant. That means people the 25% who walked out and who refused the treatment. It also means the people who went along and pretended to do the right thing. They came home, maybe they struggled with their CPAP for a while. They struggled with it. They tried it for a night or two, a week or two. Maybe they were diligent and tried it for a month and they couldn't adjust to it. They took it off and they put it in a drawer. These are alarming numbers. As I looked around to see what was worse in all of the medical community for compliance, I only found one thing that even came close. And it sounds kind of funny, but it's really true. This is from dentistry, and it's actually that 60% of people don't floss. Now, for the benefit that CPAP can give you, for the life change that it can make with you, hey, those are abysmal numbers when it comes to people who are non-compliant. So, that's what we're about. I got a passion for this. You're going to hear me talk about, if you watch the my personal video, my journey into rest. That's going to be enlightening for you. And I'll throw some of that stuff in throughout the videos, but that's a good one to start with, to see who Pappy is and what Pappy's about and what CPAP Choice is about. It's almost a supplemental, welcome video. Hey, the other thing that we're about here is encouragement. I just filmed today and got up today on YouTube our first pep talk video. And pep talk videos are just pure encouragement for people who are struggling with CPAP, who are about ready to give up. Hey, that's so important. If you don't have somebody encouraging you, maybe your spouse is negative about this, maybe they're, hey, it sounds kind of silly, if they don't enjoy the fact that you aren't snoring anymore, there are some negative wives out there that I've seen as I've been active on the different forum sites, as I've been out there educating myself about sleep apnea and about different equipment. It's tragedy, but hey, if you need some encouragement, CPAP Choice is going to be here for you.